Good day, I am Mujahid M. Abdurrahman and this is FPE 101 UU8. So here's the summary of the response of my classmates regarding the activity on Johann Galtung's definition of peace. For the positive peace, I believe this is under structural violence through the act of stealing as experienced by my half Maranao and Boholana friend. The act of peace addressing the concern was just by a heart-to-heart conversation. The scenario was that their family, who mainly lived in fishing, has fish pond where they culture fishes and other aquatic resources. One time, her father noticed that the fish in the cage was empty despite having been drowned in the lake over the night, because that was one of the traditional way of them in catching fishes. This was doubtable, especially when there were not even one fish in the cage. The day after, they even noticed that some of the fish in their fish pond just gone. They suspected that it must be stolen. Upon proving so and upon knowing the perpetrator, her father came to the house of that person and talked to their family while he was not around. Her father didn't owe anything in charge of what has been stolen, but just asking that if possible, the family would take responsibility over that person so that the occurrence would not be happening again. And fortunately, it was settled. For the negative piece, which is both a direct violence, the first one is in the form of killing as experienced by my Maranao classmate. This was a result of riddle or clan class characterized by a series of revenge after revenge from both of the parties. She felt the effect of that because the battlefield, especially when the other party attacked the other one in their community, is just a walking distance from their house. So she really had heard the sound of gunfires in some of the night. They also had lost relatives because of that. To settle the issue, the people of the community, together with the concerned and affected party, had raised the concern to the authority and willingly to have peace talks with the other party. Luckily, they were granted by the other party and have their riddles settled. The second one is characterized by a quarrel and some sorts of physical violence between her and her mother, as shared by my Christian friend. Out of misunderstanding, for some reasons, she was forsaken by her mother and even cast out of their home. What she did through the guide of her father, who was then living separately, she patiently asked forgiveness for her mother by constant communication until she was forgiven.